Welcome back. Well, Jamaicans have always been concerned about their health, the diabetes, the hypertension, cancer, and all those little different things, asthma that's out there bothering so many Jamaicans. But of course, at the same time, we've been interested in the herbs and the things that just make us feel better, the garlic, and how we use the soursop, calm the nerves. Well, I'll tell you what, joining us today are two wonderful people that will introduce to us something that can make us a new species. It'll just touch us and we take it in, it's just all natural, organic, and when you get it, you'll move from the caveman days to the strongman ways. Well, that's Jillian and Aston. Welcome, guys. How are you today?
Hi, Steve.
I know, I just kind of got caught up when you had me taste this thing before, and I'm just excited. And you have all these wonderful products that make you feel better.
Yes.
Tell me about the company, Aston.
I'm happy to say that our Nuspecies has been on the market now for 7 years, but we took 20 years, using scientists and doctors to formulate the formula for it to work the way we want it to work. And I can say I have family members who had diabetes. I have family members who had cancer tumors that don't have these issues anymore. I'm not saying that we cure them. I'm just saying that I think God's herbs heal them.
You helped to make them new.
Right.
Species.
Yes. So the company's been around for how long, you said?
We actually registered the company about 7, 8 years ago, but we have been working on the formula for like 20 years.
Okay.
Yep.
And you have offices in New York and other places
Yep.
in the States.
Yep.
Well, I know you've been around because I'm looking at your brochure and I'm seeing people say, look, I had fibroids and I didn't think it was possible without surgery to be free from these. And here's a gentleman saying, well, diabetes, in 3 months his blood sugar had gone from 400 to normal without medication, and that's with taking your products here.
Right. So we actually have thousands of clients who are getting help with cancer, diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, just a lot of issues, dozens and dozens of issues. And this is our original formula that we started out with. So it's the least potent on the table.
Okay.
And we have made it at least 15 times more powerful. We have the caveman, the super caveman, that's what it is.
That's what I tried this
That's
morning.
what you tried this morning.
I'm just like, okay.
So I was going to just cut in. The way we transitioned from, watching people suffer with diseases to now actually saying they don't have them anymore is because the medical industry has its place. If you get hit by a car, if you have a devastating situation, you're going to want drugs, you're going to want surgery. These things are necessary for life-saving purposes for short-term use. But when you're dealing with chronic illness, it's a lifestyle problem. It's the foods that we're eating, it's the chemicals that we're exposed to at our jobs, in our neighborhoods. It's how stressed are we sleeping? It's all of these things that are contributing to whether our body stays healthy or breaks down. The medical industry is dealing with your symptoms. So you have, your blood sugar is high, let's lower your blood sugar. But we're then not looking at the fact that the pancreas is just not functioning properly.
That's right.
Right? You can say that there's high blood pressure, but why? We all have blood pressure. That's part of how your blood flows, right? You have pressure, but when it gets high and it stays high, why? Do you have overloading of toxins or bacteria or viruses in your blood? Where are those coming from? Let's cleanse those out. And then your blood pressure goes away. It's not a cure, it's just common sense. Give your body what it needs, and it will regulate itself. That's what it was doing since you were born. And it's going to keep doing it if you give it what it needs. So when Aston started working with our doctor, scientist, and herbalist, he said, look, what combination of herbs can we use that will provide the body with that comprehensive nutrition, not just remedies for each individual symptom, because even in herbal use, you have your remedies, right, your symptoms that you're treating. But what about the root cause of the problem? And that is where the logic came behind choosing these herbs.
I like that because normally, in Jamaica we talk about, well, we know our herbs. You know that this is good for that. You know that is good for this. So we talk about some of the herbs here, for instance. We know garlic. And garlic, they say, well, you have high blood pressure.
Right.
Just get some garlic or some garlic tea and it'll bring it down, or some coconut water, all these different things.
Right.
But whereas we're used to thinking one-track minded in Jamaicans saying, okay, this herb is going to be good for that. What makes your product different is that it seemingly Well, according to what you just said, you want something that's going to not just bring the pressure down, but work on the body on a whole.
Right, so let's talk about blood pressure. Blood pressure is when the veins or the arteries or the capillaries begin to shrink
Yes.
because of salt or sugar. And oh, by the way, salt and sugar are not foods. They're actually chemicals.
Okay.
You know, salt is made from sodium, which is a metal, and chlorine, which is a poisonous gas. That's what salt is. So, you know, it shrinks the blood vessels, and that's why pressure builds up, because the elasticity of the blood vessels are not there anymore. So when the heart pumps the blood is not going to move through it smoothly the way it's supposed to. That's what blood pressure is.
Oh.
And, you know, Jillian mentioned medication. Yes, you're taking medication to, you know, to thin the blood. That's what blood pressure medication primarily is to thin the blood so it can flow, you know, better. But what about those arteries and veins and capillaries that are damaged? That's why high blood pressure, like diabetes, cause kidney failure, because the kidney has millions of tiny blood vessels that get blocked, and they never get clean.
Oh.
Garlic helps to do that. That's why we have garlic in the formula, to help not just to clean out those toxins and chemicals Jillian mentioned, but to help to repair the damaged tissue of the vessels.
Yes.
Well, how does that happen now? That happens because our herbs are raw, natural, organic, raw. They're
Yes.
living. So they have all the amino acids, all the proteins, all the vitamins, all the isoflavones in there that the body needs to do the repairing.
Okay, so they've not been boiled, it's not been cooked. They're just there.
Right,
Right,
so
they
this is
just
not a tonic or a tea. They've been extracted without the use of heat.
Right.
So you're keeping all the enzymes and everything natural. Whenever you expose something to heat, you're actually killing off all the vitamins and the enzymes. You're going to have some minerals left, but without vitamins and enzymes, minerals aren't really going to process very well.
Right.
So we wanted to keep them raw. We didn't want to add anything synthetic, so we kept them completely
Because
natural.
I wondered, you know, I came in, sat down, and my producer brought me a nice jar, and he says, taste this, try it. And I go, okay. And the first thing I noticed is it had a nice, strong garlic taste, because I love garlic.
Right.
Second thing I noticed, it was very sweet. I'm like, ooh, is there honey in this, or is
Right.
there, and why is it so sweet?
So that's a great question,
Yeah.
and especially our Jamaican clients have this concern because they're so used to tonics or bitters
Yes.
that
Sarasy.
yeah, Sarasy and senna and aloe, which are all very bitter, which those are great. In our detox, actually, you're having all those nice bitter herbs because that's going into your intestines, a different purpose. But when you want something to absorb really well into the bloodstream for nourishment, you want it to be raw, you want it to be liquid, which all of these are liquid, and you want it to be completely natural. But in order for them to be raw, we have to use a natural vegetable glycerin to keep the herbs fresh and alive.
Yes.
So the natural vegetable glycerin actually has a sweet taste. And even diabetics will buy vegetable glycerin separately to use on their pancakes, like as a syrup replacement, because of its sweetness. So it's perfectly safe. It doesn't affect your blood sugar, but it has that flavor. And it's not even why we use it. It just happens to be sweet. So that's the one major difference that especially our Jamaican clients will notice is different than what they're used to.
If you have a ripe mango or a banana on your kitchen counter, every day that raw living mango banana gets sweeter. The bananas start to have all those little spots
It's
in
like
it.
my plantain sweeter the longer it stay there.
Yes.
Exactly.
I love my
So
ripe
that's
plantain.
what natural
Yeah.
things do. When they're natural plants, like, you know, the sweetness you mentioned, they just
Yeah.
get sweeter.
Right, and then we just extract it to create something called vegetable glycerin. So,
Right.
but it's not sugar, so that's no one has to be concerned, especially if you're diabetic. We've helped thousands of
Well, at least
diabetics.
it tastes nice.
It does.
No,
and-
nice things aren't good for you.
So yeah, right.
Well, the key here, Steve, is that the sweetness in there,
Yes.
it's not sugar. It's a combination. It has all the minerals, as Jillian mentioned, the vitamins, the proteins. It's a food. It's not sugar like you buy in a supermarket. It's a food you're eating, like you're eating an orange,
Yes.
you're eating a banana.
But Steve, it actually depends what time of year, because in the winter, which in the U.S. that means something, but in the winter actually, we get some of the herbs from a different country where the minerals in the soil are different. So
Okay.
actually, the graviola or soursop will have a different taste. So in the winter, they actually get a little bit more of a bitter taste. It's not even as sweet. So you'll see it changes over time because it's completely natural. We can't control those things, and we don't want to. That's what the earth provides, and that's what works.
So I learned something again, graviola, soursop.
Yes.
Right.
I didn't know
and
that.
so the graviola, which is soursop, we extract the root, the bark, the leaves, the seed, the soursop itself.
Yes.
That's what we do with all of our herbs, because each the dreadlocks out there, the Rastafarians out there, and people who deal with roots, they will know that the roots have different mineral content from the leaves,
Yes.
from the barks, from the fruit itself.
So I need to go
So we
raid my soursop tree and just stop just using the soursop down here. There's so much.
But no, let us do it for you. So you don't
Actually,
have to do
this-
it.
yes,
you
I
don't have
know.
to do it. So what happens here is what you're seeing here is just a variety of potency. So our original formula, L Nu, which is an abbreviated version of our scientific formula.
Okay, where's the original one? That's this one
This
here.
is the
Yeah.
original.
So
Okay.
L Nu 9 is the original. 9 just stands for the
legend,
potency.
uh-huh.
Right. And the nickname is Legend. So all of our clients have come up with nicknames for our products over the years. So the original is Legend.
I have the 16 here.
You have a
I'm
16,
the
which is
25
Caveman,
here.
and 25 is Super Caveman.
So guys, trust me. I'm not a caveman. I'm a super caveman.
and so the thing is, what happens is it's going to get more potent. So somebody who needs more nutritional potency per dose can get it.
Yeah, that's why I need the super.
Right.
Oh, do you need more nutrition? We'll have to have a free
Well,
consultation, and we'll make sure you get what's right for you. Because this is what we do. We have a free consultation with our clients. Anybody who's interested in using new species, just call. They're going to talk to all of our certified consultants, and we'll be able to customize a package that not only meets your health needs, but that will meet your budget.
Yes.
And that's why we even have the smallest little half-ounce bottles. So you can go to the corner store in the nearest city in Jamaica. You just screw it open, shoot it back,
Wow.
and that's all you need for the day. And you're going to get Aston calls it a baptism, because when these herbs hit your body, your blood vessels open to receive the nourishment, and you're going to feel like a little heat wave.
Yep.
That's how powerful they are.
Well, I tell you what, though, I'm not sure if I'm wrong in saying this. I feel metabolism like kind of rose when I took some.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's exactly what happens. So, just to illustrate a little more, we have a client. His diabetes, well, in the U.S., the numbers here are probably different. Normal diabetes is 80, 90. That's the number. His
Your blood
was
sugar.
830 or 40.
Something he should have been dead.
They hospitalized him for 5 days, and they brought it down to 600. And he left his hospital bed and came to one of our New Species offices. And he bought this Super Caveman.
In this size bottle.
And within 3 days, his diabetes normalized. He went down to 90.
Whoa.
And that was 6 weeks, 2 months ago. I saw him
All natural stuff.
all natural
Yeah.
stuff, and it stayed normal, and he's not on medication. So that's why we make it more potent, because we have clients out there who want to have a herbal solution, not a medical solution.
Yeah.
So all that's happening is your body is taking these plants, it's breaking it down into the nutrients that it needs, and it's applying it where your body knows it goes. So we could give you individual herbs and say, this is for this symptom, this is for that one, but you're never going to really rebuild the body as a whole. When you give your body the whole nutrient complex that this combination of herbs provides, your body is going to decide where that nutrition needs to go and rebuild itself. So this is the tool, your body's doing the work, and that's how we heal people.
Excellentemente. Excellentemente. Well, what I like, firstly, is that you're a Jamaican man who's known of these stuff, and you're tired of seeing Jamaicans suffer. You have something to help make us a new species, and you named it just like that, and that's good. The main question now is, they've been watching for the last 12 minutes. They've heard all the stuff. How can they get in?
Well, we have a phone number they can call. For now, we're going to set up over the next few weeks operations here.
In Jamaica, yeah?
Right. So for now, they can call 888-548-3150, or they can go to our website, which is nuspecies.com, and to get more information. And we also have local representatives that will be supporting
Okay.
Jamaica.
Oh, of course, I'm sure they'll see ads and other things later on.
Right.
But I can't wait to get mine, and you can't wait to get yours. Thank you for joining us,
Thanks, Steve.
and all the best.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Well, it's time to become a new species. And you got all the information right here on love. And that's why you're joining us every morning, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to get all the latest and all the best information on how you can enjoy yourself here in Jamaica and how you can enjoy yourself in the body that God gave you. We'll be right back here on your show, Good Morning with Love.